Hello stock traders, I hope you survived that big dip this morning. That was an opportunity to buy some great stocks, but it was hard to know if that was something because the market was green for so many days in a row and so we were having a red day, or if it was going to turn around. It was an interesting day to say the least. Hopefully you survived it and found a good opportunity to get into those stocks that you were looking to get in at a great price. Well, in this video I'm going to cover everything that happened in the top 7 and how the top 7 responded. And I'm also going to give you some new stocks. Got 2 new ones to the top 7 list that should help you to make money that I think are very significant insider activity. We have so much to cover. If you could do me a favor, please hit that most amazing and wonderful like button. Also, if you haven't subscribed before, turn on those bell notifications so you get notified when one of these videos comes out. All right, if you had all the stocks evenly from the top 7 from Wednesday's pre-market video, then you would have had a 1.53% loss. Personally, I had a 0.5% loss. I had some stuff that did pretty well that kind of helped prop up my portfolio, but overall, just kind of a break-even day for me personally. Month to date, this list is up 38.18%, doing extremely well, and I expect that to continue year to date. Personally, I am at a 58.19% gain, so doing very well. Also on my way to hitting that 500% gain goal that I set at the beginning of the year. I like to use Webull for my trading. If you are looking for a powerful broker that has fantastic scanners and also has a lot of great alerts that you can set, I highly recommend them. They are much better than other brokers I've tried in the past. If you are looking for free stocks, you can get them by using our link. We have a link in the description down below in the video, and if you click on that, you get 1 free stock when you sign up and 2 others when you deposit money. All right, so let's cover the sales from the different rooms. Let's get going. So let's start with the premium room. Sold THCA for a 2.84% gain. So I'd had this for about a month. It was time to move on. It was just kind of stagnant money for me. And then sold FIII for a 8% loss. Same kind of deal. I wanted to move up and free up some money to get into some new opportunities. Sold that one pretty close to the bottom today. That was not great, but I think it was a wise decision. Just give me some more money to play around with. And then sold GNRSW, these warrants, for a 21.88% gain. Overall, a very good investment over about 3 weeks. All right, in the standard room, we have a Neo day trade, and this one went south. And with the market going so far down, I did options on this day trade and had a 67% loss. So that was really, really tough. If it wouldn't have been for that, I personally would have had a gain for the day. That's going to happen sometimes, you know. Overall, those day trades have been very, very good. Now for the top 7 list, sales from the top 7 from Wednesday's pre-market video. Sold MTEM for a 0.8% loss. It was important to move on for this one. This one just wasn't moving. It'd been 5 days since the insider activity. That one wasn't doing very well. Also sold YTEN. This was a great investment over 5 days. Hopefully you got in on this. Sold for a 16.06% gain. If you didn't sell, don't worry. It finished up today, and I think that you should be able to get out of it tomorrow with a really nice gain. Also sold YAYO for a 95.33% gain. It had been 5 days since the insider activity. This one really performed well. I wanted to take my profits definitely on a day like today. So we talk a lot about diversifying. I kind of wanted to talk about how I diversify my portfolios, and I have multiple portfolios that I use. I have a dividend portfolio that I use 40% of my total portfolio value, and I just reinvest those dividends over and over and over again. That's a safe income for me, so I like to have that. And in my opinion, for every 10 years of age, you're 20 years old, between 20 and 29, you should have 20% in an investment like this. If you're in your 30s, 30%, 40s, 40%, 50s, 50%, so on and so forth. I also have a Catalyst portfolio, and that's what I talk about here. I have many, many different stocks, and in insiders, typically, I don't like to go in heavier than 6% of my portfolio. I really got to believe in it to go in that heavy. Usually anywhere between 3 and 6%, and then everything else as far as options. If I'm doing an option and I'm doing a call option, only 1% of my portfolio, because I want to protect what I have. And so I think that's just wise. Options can go to 0. They have terrific leverage, And so if a stock goes nuts, it's still got enough leverage where I feel good about my gain. If it doesn't and I miss that opportunity or finish negative in it, then it's only 1% of my portfolio and it doesn't destroy my portfolio for that day. That's just how I invest in what I do. And it's really important to understand that diversification is not just in stocks. You need to think about other things. So rental property, for example, is always a good thing to have. Real estate. Do you own your own home? All kinds of things. What's your debt look like? These are all kinds of things. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, but these are all things that I try to do and are a good rule of thumb. Well, we have a Discord group and we have a Patreon group, and in each and every level, the investors inside of there are really trying to help one another. If you are looking for great strategies, in that basic room, we have insider picks, and in that standard room, we have lots of day trades and option picks, and you don't just get me in those standard rooms. It is filled with seasoned investors who really can help you to make money. And there's so many great call outs each and every day. Not everything comes from me, and John is a big help in that room, and we do lots of great work in there. It's definitely worth checking out. We have a link in the description down below. I think you'll be glad that you did. For the small amount that it costs, you'll make it up with just one great trade. Okay, covered that. Now let's go to the top 7 and others. Let's start with the others. And the first is VBIO. And on Wednesday, this finished down 6.25%. My average in it's 19 cents. So this is an OTC. This is a very cheap stock. And this is Vitality Biopharma. Since calling this out, it is up 56.52%. So doing very, very well. Hopefully you got a good price on this. I doubt everyone got a good price on this. This has fluctuated like crazy. I think that this one will continue to move upwards. It had a little bit of a bad day, but tomorrow's a new day and I think it will do well. The chief scientific officer bought shares 2 days in a row, and that was the reason why I liked it and felt that it would be a good investment as far as an OTC goes. The next is HOG. This is Harley Davidson, and there's something going on at Harley Davidson. On Wednesday, it finished down 2.20%. My average in it's $34.50. Since calling this out, it is up 2.89%. The CEO and the VP of Motorcycle Management purchased shares in open market. So both officers, and I love to see multiple officers go in. That is some of the best insider activity. Analysts have a target of $37.11. So I think there's some upside here, and I think this is a great stock to have and to hold. It's always good to have an American company. Now for the top 7. Number 7 is APEN. This is Apollo Endosurgery. This had a rough day today. Today it finished down 7.85%. My average in it's $5.10. Since calling this out, it is up 8.14%. Neil Cagnon has bought shares 2 different days in open market, and analysts have an average target price of $7 a share. So there's plenty of upside here. This just had a rough day with the market. There was no news or anything that came out that made it have a rough day. And I still think there's a really good reason why Neil is loading up shares like he is. And so I feel confident that this one is going to do well, and we will be glad that we bought it. Number 6 is FAST. This is Fastenal. On Wednesday, it finished up 0.74%. My average in it's $47.77. Since calling this out, is down 0.23%. So 2 directors purchased shares in open market, and analysts have an average target price of $51 a share. There has been some unusual activity happening. I think something is going on. There is too much money going in, too many big orders coming in as the order inflow. I think that Fastenal has something with it, and it should do well. Number 5 is Kemper, KMPR. And on Wednesday, this finished up 0.75%. My average in it's $73.67. Since calling this out, it is up 1.95%. David Storch has been buying shares in open market, and analysts have an average target price of $88.25. Number 4 is Sally Beauty Holding, and on Wednesday, this finished down 3.21%. My average in it's $14.86. Since calling this out, it is up 1.29%. The CEO buying shares in open market. Very good, nice size. I think there's something going on here. Analysts have an average target price of $15.14. So far, it's just been okay, but I think a burst upwards is coming. Number 3 is Bolt. BOLT, and this is Bolt Biotherapy. And on Wednesday, this finished up 1.89%. This was our number 1 pick from Wednesday's pre-market video. Since calling this out, it is up 5.91%. My average in it is $33.99. So that's where I entered. Tons of directors bought this IPO, and it's really great to see so many insiders support it. The CEO, the CFO, all the directors, chief operating officer. That is always very bullish bullish in my opinion. There's no analyst targets on this yet, but I think that this stock is going to be moving upwards as we get going. Number 2, ATGE. This one is brand new to the list. And on Wednesday, this finished down 0.51%. My average in it is $42.22. Since calling this out, is down 2.18%. But I really like this one. Michael Melatronde, director, bought shares in open market. Analysts have an average target price of $45 a share. But there's got to be a reason behind that purchase. It was really close to analyst targets on that. I think there's something going on here and should be really good. Number 1 is PACE, P-A-C-E. This is TPG PACE. And on Wednesday, this finished up 2.70%. This one is brand new to list. My average in it is $12 and a penny. And since calling this out, it's already up 1.51%. But I don't think that should discourage you. There's plenty of upside, I believe, on this stock. And I could see this one with about a 2 to 10% move. Light Street Mercury Master Fund bought shares in open market in 4 different days of very large size in open market. So definitely like that, and the market should react really well to that. Well, let's have a great day tomorrow. Hopefully it is much better than the day we had today. The market was very volatile, so I'd like to see it smooth out. Of course, I am a permabull. That is really how I like to invest. I believe the stock market is going to be moving up. Inflation might be rearing its ugly head, but you know, I think at this point inflation is rather small, at least to what they'll admit to what inflation is doing, and I think we could see everything stabilize going forward. Anyway, I wish you all the best. Happy trading on Thursday, and Raythoven out.